Welcome to MC in Focus, Montgomery College's own student-produced newscast. I'm Rachel Moskal.
And I'm Chancel Bambi. Today's top stories: the latest on the shooting in South Carolina, votes cast in Ferguson, officials push to increase DUI enforcement, and more on Starbucks college tuition program. The officer who is facing charges for the murder of 50-year-old Walter Scott was charged with excessive force against an American African man in the past. The complaint states that Officer Michael Slager tased the man in the stomach after pushing his door in. Officer Slager is charged with murder and has been fired.
Ferguson elected 2 new African Americans to their city council. Activists hope that by electing African Americans to the city council will help end discrimination. The number of citizens voting went up 30% this election. Ferguson's police chief, city manager, and municipal judge resigned last month. The past 6 months have had a major impact on the city of Ferguson.
Chances are most moviegoers who turned out to watch Furious 7 this past weekend weren't thinking about box office receipts or monthly sales records. They just wanted to catch the latest installment in a 14-year-old movie franchise whose massive global appeal has translated into $2.7 billion in worldwide ticket sales. Furious 7, which debuted Friday, continued that winning streak, collecting $143 million in U.S. box office revenue during its opening weekend, easily surpassing the record for an April premiere. Films like Furious 7 continue to prove that big-budget blockbusters can still find a home in mountain of ticket sales.
Starbucks is expanding its employee college tuition program to cover the entire cost of an online bachelor's degree. The company is increasing the college tuition program from the previous 2-year reimbursement, in partnership with online Arizona State University. Starbucks expects several hundred graduates by the end of 2016 and hopes to have 25,000 employees earn their degrees by 2025. Employees working at least 20 hours a week, accounting for roughly 80% of the company's U.S. workforce, is eligible. Nearly 2,000 workers have already enrolled. Chief Executive Howard Schultz says Starbucks expects to spend upwards of $250 million over the next decade on the program. Schultz told Reuters that he is open to expanding the program to include a master's degree in the future.
Montgomery County police officers and state troopers are now taking desperate measures as the season changes to minimize drunk driving. Since last year in May, the Maryland State Police Impaired Driving Enforcement Team made hundreds of DUI arrests. Montgomery County Police say approximately 1/3 of collisions that occur involve alcohol. A roadblock is already set up in the Silver Spring-Tacoma Park area, and officers are highly involved in saturation patrols. Police say they will also have additional officers in areas that are prone to alcohol-related crashes. A Maryland State Police said, "Any death is one too many. Any crash is one too many."
You're watching MC in Focus. Stay tuned and stay where you are. We'll be right back after these student-produced commercials.
Every day, the threat of pollution is real in every neighborhood across the country. Pollution can cause serious health issues such as asthma, cancer, and heart issues. Too often, low-income communities suffer from the pollution problem. As a young adult, I've seen the effects pollution can have on families, and I've also seen what can happen when we fight to stop pollution on this planet. Get involved now by contacting the Justice Foundation at ejfoundation.org or call 207-239-3310. So come volunteer with lending a helping hand.
A father and his 7 children were killed in their sleep on Monday in Princess Anne, Maryland. The 36-year-old man, identified as Rodney Todd, died due to carbon monoxide poisoning caused by a generator in their home. The discovery of their bodies shocked family and loved ones, whom all say that Todd had been a devoted and loving father. Investigators say that Todd had been trying to keep the lights on when his children all died in their beds. The news devastated the children's mother, Taisha Chambers, who lives in Denton, Maryland. Chambers say her uncle will pay for her daughter's burial clothes, but still needs help paying for the funeral, which will be held on April 18th at 1 p.m. at the University of Maryland Eastern Shore.
Today will be cloudy with thunderstorms developing later in the day. A high temperature of 72 degrees and a low of 45. We can expect a beautiful weather this weekend, and Saturday will be mostly sunny with a high of 65 degrees and a low of 38 degrees. Sunday will be sunny with a high of 67 degrees and a low of 44.
Computer security experts and HIV researchers have teamed up at the University College of London. They found out that the human HIV virus travels in a similar manner as a computer virus. HIV and computer software commonly use hybrid spreading. Hybrid spreading is an extremely accurate method to track HIV progression toward becoming full-blown AIDS. Professor Benny Chain told The Guardian that a computer transmit a virus to every computer on the internet. HIV viruses also have two ways of spreading. It can use the bloodstream or it can use cell-to-cell transfer.
Rolling Stone magazine is in hot legal waters after retracting a 2012 rape story. The UVA fraternity was suspended temporarily when the magazine published an article about a gang rape at the fraternity house. Charlottesville's police found no evidence of an alleged rape. Now the fraternity is pursuing all legal actions against Rolling Stone magazine. Columbia University's Graduate School of Journalism released a report showing a journalistic failure in the article called "A Rape on Campus." The Rolling Stone has yet to respond to the fraternity's legal action announcement.
Crews in Rockville have started removing the ash trees infested with beetles. The pests known as emerald ash borer are originally from Asia, but are now in our neck of the woods. They're recreating a big problem for the city of Rockville. The ash trees in the first block of Twin Oaks Drive have been hit hard with these pesky beetles. City Forester Wayne Knoll says that the trees on the first block are likely just the tip of the iceberg, and a problem that will spread throughout the city. Once a tree starts to show symptoms, it's too late, and it will have to be removed to prevent further spread.
We lost a great influence to many of the world of broadcast. Ernest Below passed away last month. Buddy Below moved to Washington, D.C. in late 1900s and studied at George Washington University, finding a job at a 50 Wyatt radio station, better known as Winks. Buddy was the first person to oxidize Codis paper to transfer AM radio to FM radio in our country. Buddy was also an accomplished photographer and used his talents gracefully. Buddy left behind 3 daughters and his wife. He will be missed, and he has worked through all his lengthy career.
The 7th annual Scrabble Scramble event raised awareness and funds for the successful literacy program last week. Here is Megan Current with an inside look on the event.
The Literacy Council's Scrabble Scramble is a fundraiser to benefit our adult literacy programs. We've been doing this for 7 years, and it's a great event that also includes cocktails, dinner, hors d'oeuvres, an auction, and a raffle.
The Scrabble Scramble uses an unorthodox method for playing the game. Teams of 4 work to get the highest team score. Players can help each other out, see each other's letters, and help teammates come up with the best words.
The top 3 scorers win great prizes, and we also have wonderful auction and raffle items. Things like vacation getaways, tickets to performances and sporting events, restaurant gift certificates, a day at the spa, a night out on the town, and all sorts of wonderful things that are donated by individuals and by businesses in the community.
Yes, the prizes are great, but who reaps the benefits from the Scrabble event?
The funds that we raise through Scrabble Scramble help us maintain our programs and also will help us expand to meet the need, because the need for adult literacy services in Montgomery County is great and growing. Right now there are about 162,000 people who are classified as limited English proficient, and there are about 58,000 individuals in the county who lack a high school diploma.
The LCMC raised $20,000, which will help increase the literacy rate in Montgomery County. I'm Megan Current for MC in Focus.
Now let's take a look at sports with our new sportsman, Raphael Brewster.
Thank you, Chancellor. Welcome to In Focus Sports. I am Raphael Brewster, here with your weekly scoop on what is happening around you in the world of sports. Congratulations to Montgomery College's men's and women's track team for being ranked in the top 5 of the junior college 3 division. The men's track team is currently ranked 5th, and the women are ranked 4th. Both teams will compete for 15 more national championship events, making the grand total to 36 events. Our accomplished Raptors will compete at Johns Hopkins University this Saturday. March Madness did not fail to excite this year. Tournament favorites Kentucky came 1 game short of defending their national title. Wisconsin and Duke played a tough game, with the Duke Blue Devils overcoming a 9-point deficit in the second half. Coach Mike Krzyzewski wins his 5th national title, cementing his place among college basketball's all-time greats. Duke will have to replace freshman sensation Jahlil Okafor as he enters the draft to fulfill his NBA dreams. Coach K was not the only one cementing his basketball legacy. As of late, UConn's women's basketball coach Gino Auriemma won his 10th national title by defeating Notre Dame 63-53. The UConn women's basketball team has won their 3rd consecutive title. Something special is in the air, and it's not just the warm weather. Major League Baseball opened its season with a full slate of games on Monday. There's optimism in the district this season. The Nationals are favorites to win the World Series, according to the postseason prediction experts. The team will have to build chemistry first, losing 2 of their first 3 games to the Mets. It's almost playoff time in the NBA. Teams are frantically chasing the 8th seed, both in the East and West Conference. Both Boston and Brooklyn are in the bottom 7th and 8th seeds, fighting off the Miami Heat and the Charlotte Bobcats. Miami is a game and a half behind Brooklyn, and Charlotte is a full game behind as well. The Oklahoma City Thunder is fighting to unseat the New Orleans Pelicans and clinch the 8th seed in the West Conference, which will be a hard task to complete without last year's most valuable player, Kevin Durant. With only a couple games left in the season, these are already playoff scenarios. Every game is a must-win. For MC in Focus Sports, I am Raphael Brewster.
Thank you, Raphael.
Thank you, Raphael. It's great to hear about the women's UConn winning a 3rd time in a row. Even though they did beat Maryland, it's a win but a lose. And isn't that right that you run the track team? They're doing pretty well?
They're doing pretty well. They're going to be in the national title for JUCO.
That's great. Great for MC. Well, warmer weather is coming our way, which means it's time to take a trip to the National Zoo. This Saturday is Enrichment Day at the zoo. It's fun for children and adults to learn how Zoo Fun staff keeps the animals engaged. You might even pick up some tips on how to care for your pets at home. The National Zoo has something for everyone, and it's a great way to celebrate spring. The best part is, it's free.
This has been MC in Focus. I'm Chancel Banvey.
And I'm Rachel Moskal. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great day.
Have a great day.
Have a good weekend.
Thanks,
That was
Raph.
great, man.
Anytime.
You did great.
You too.
I think that was yours was the best part.